Hi, this segment is about the collaboration page on your Blackboard shell. And you can see that it is actually called Discussion Board. That was the old name of it. It was Discussion, and it has since been changed to Collaboration. So the Discussion Board is a good way to encourage students to think critically about the coursework and interact with each other's ideas. It really is a very valuable tool. In fact, EPIC standards require that there is a student Q&A forum in every course shell, and that students know about it. However, if students choose to use Teams, then they still need to have this forum. It just needs to be linked to that team as essentially a web link. And you can see here that this actually does go to an Ask a Question channel on the team for this CAD course that this is the example of. In red, you can see the EPIC standards as well as the forum settings. Standard view, no grading, don't allow subscriptions, but you also don't allow posts if you are using it as a Teams link only. If you are using it as a student Q&A forum, of course, you would subscribe to it and you would allow unmoderated posts. Here's another example from the survey law. And so you can see there was a two-part procedure and grading. Here's another example. This one is from CAD. And here's another CAD example, and you can see it's a little bit more complicated in this one. Now, discussion forums, as great as they are not the only way to do discussion. Here is an example of an assignment that actually uses Flipgrid. There are several parts to this assignment. And whenever you use Flipgrid, because it is an exterior tool, you do need to make sure that they come back and either do a right submission or a discussion board or something like that, because you've got to then know that they went ahead and did it, and you can go ahead and grade it. So if we go to that Flipgrid, it looks like this, and you would join with Microsoft, because that is what our school uses. And then here's the introductions, and you can go ahead and record a response. Keep in mind that we do also have in Course Tools the VidGrid portal. You do have to set that up the first time. It does take a little bit, and folders are recommended. I, however, have not had good luck with it. I don't like that it automatically grades everything as 100% instead of needs graded, because it is integrated with Blackboard. And my students have also had a little bit more of a difficult time getting the video to look the way they want it to on Flipgrid. It's extremely intuitive, and it's a great environment for students who are used to already doing things on like Instagram and Facebook and things like that. I wanted to also share that discussion boards, here it is, think critically about your coursework. I want you to think about those weeks where you have a lot of just content that they need to get through, and you can only give them a certain amount of content each week. There's that maximum, minimum online hours or hybrid hours, but then also you can't go beyond, 2 times their number of credit hours for homework time. And so what I use discussion boards for, and it works like a charm, is when I add up the number of hours that it takes to do those reading assignments or, things like that, preparatory assignments, we need to have that weekly, at least weekly due date, so that we're aware of attendance. And discussion boards are a really great way to slip in a good critical thinking. I mean, it's a valuable assignment, but it's an easy way just to say, okay, what am I having them read about or experiment with or think about in this previous week, and then, have a little discussion board due at the end of that week's work that sort of summarizes what they've learned. It forces them to think about it. It gives you a snapshot, and it's not some quiz you had to calculated formula quiz you had to do. It's just, it's a win-win it's a win-win. If you have any questions, give me a shout. Thank you.